overweight little f***ing pig. What other husband would take care of their wife? Nobody.
He went out to clean out my poop with the Clorox wipes. He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth. He said, I should make you swallow this, the dirty zoo animal you are.
And so when we brought her in, Dr. Hanan came in. He's like, why do you have all these bruises? He was trying to blame me. I will make you swallow every pill of morphine that you have in that bottle, and you will be out of this world within 1 hour. Do you hear me? And I've been by her side the whole time, which will never change.
A beloved doctor with a rare form of cancer reveals that she's been fighting a second secret battle behind closed doors. It's a story written on her face in bruises and preserved in a recording her husband knows nothing about. The question is, did her escape come too late?
I was able to make it to the front door with my walker, and I was able to get out to them. And I said, I need help, I need out, I need out.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. A hospital administrator in Grand Forks, North Dakota calls the police when a cancer patient reports being subjected to physical mistreatment at the hands of her husband.
We would like an officer to come here to help issue a no trespass, and this particular individual, we're expecting him in like the next 10 minutes to be on site, and he does have a history of violence, so could we get somebody over here kind of right away?
And is he an employee or somebody coming in to visit a patient?
No, but the spouse is an inpatient, so he's not allowed to see her due to the nature of some of the things she's disclosed.
An officer with the Grand Forks Police Department is dispatched to Altru Hospital, where after getting a brief rundown from employees, she leaves a message for 40-year-old Josh Temple, the man they want trespassed.
I'm talking with hospital staff here. For whatever reason, it doesn't sound like they would like you here. This phone call is to let you know you are not allowed to come to Altru for any reason unless you have emergency medical attention that is needed. Other than that, I do understand that your wife is in here obtaining treatment, but you are not allowed on the property. I'll go up to 411 and interview her. Do you want to just hang out just to see if he does end up showing up, or just make sure he doesn't? Typically, if they're going to be violent with the spouse, they won't typically be with us. But I mean, I guess really that doesn't mean anything, but typically, they do stuff like that in private, right?
I was just going to say, yeah, it's more of a
behind closed doors type thing. Yeah.
The officer arrives at the room where Josh's wife, Dr. Whitney Temple, is receiving treatment for complications arising from chemotherapy.
She does have a cancer diagnosis of some sort? Okay. And what is she here for currently?
It depends on how you spin it, right?
Okay.
She had diarrhea. She's being abused. I mean, she knew she would potentially die because she has low platelets. So she used her diarrhea as her excuse and weakness to get here.
Okay.
To try to go home safe.
And maybe it's not what we're thinking, right? Maybe it's more verbal abuse, which is something that
You'll know when you see her.
Okay.
The officer learns that Whitney came to the hospital by ambulance 2 days earlier, but before she can get more information, she gets a phone call back from Josh, who believes this stems from a conflict between himself and medical staff.
I was there last night taking care of her, and I think they're mad because I had her get out of her bed and stand up for a little while as well, and they missed that she was fluid overloaded, and so they weren't following proper, because I know a lot about medicine too, and my wife's a physician.
Okay.
And I study it. I love medicine, absolutely love it. I was in the Army for 8 years, and I was a combat lifesaver and fell in love with medicine. I probably should have just went that route and still think about it, of doing physician route anyway. But so I know a lot about it, and saved a lot of lives in Iraq too.
Having established his credentials, Josh, a home builder by profession, says that before he realized she was fluid overloaded, he had her stand for about 10 minutes to build up her strength.
And she ended up falling again. She's been falling a lot. And I didn't think she was going to. It was because she was fluid overloaded. She had her walker in front of her and the bed to the side.
Okay.
And so I think that they got mad about that as well, or at least the nurse was. I know that they don't want to be questioned and harped on or whatever, and I get it. And I know my wife looks like a hot mess right now with all of her bruising and her, bad medical situation. But it's been like this for almost 2 years. This is just, another day for us. And I promise you, I'm not just being some hostile, mean guy. I'm not like that. Very loving, just very protective.
So,
yes, my wife has been falling a lot. She's fallen at work a couple of times too.
is that where her bruising comes from, Josh? Is that where her bruising comes from?
Yes. So she has low platelets and she's been falling. And anytime you touch her or grab her or squeeze her or she falls down, whatever, when you have 30,000 platelets in your body when you're supposed to have 150 to 250,000, you're going to bruise. She's going to look like a mess. She's going to look like her knees are all banged up, from falling. I understand that. I promise she's not a danger to herself or that I'm not taking care of her or just letting her fall.
Nonetheless, the officer informs him that for the time being, her orders stand and he is not allowed back on the property until further notice. Next, the officer must speak with Whitney, who has a much different story to tell.
Hello, my name's Abby. I'm with the police department. Do you mind if we chat?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you're Whitney,
am.
right? And these are mom and dad?
And they know everything.
And you came in a couple of days ago, I think they said the 3rd.
Yep, and I had to come by ambulance because he refused to take me to the hospital.
Okay.
So I ended up calling the ambulance in the middle of the night. In here.
Whitney will share much more about the horrifying lead-up to this hospital stay, but she assures the officer that the trouble in her marriage didn't start this week, as much as Josh may claim otherwise.
If they're trying to make it look like I'm letting her fall or being mean to her or whatever, we've been married for since 2020. I've never been mean to her.
So when we moved into our townhouse in June of 2020, he said I said something lippy, and he punched me in the chest, and I fell on my butt, and I was like, why did you do that? And he's like, you just slipped. Like, I didn't hit you that hard. If I hit you, you would have broken something.
According to Whitney, that was only the beginning.
We were in the car, and I said something lippy. I'm too lippy and mouthy, and he hit me in the side of the face. I was wearing my sunglasses, and it broke the sunglasses on my face, and I had marks. And when I told him you broke my sunglasses, and he goes, I was trying to grab them off your face. You listen to me.
Whitney says that these episodes didn't end when she was diagnosed with cancer in 2022. If anything, they may have gotten worse.
I have a significant wound on my backside that medically he was kind of the cause of because he wouldn't bring me to the hospital.
Okay.
And so he was doing my wound care for it. He said he's the only one who could do it, and I would die if he didn't do it, so nobody else could take care of me. And I was getting really, really woozy, and he smacked me on the butt on the non-injured side.
Okay.
He's like, wake up, if you fall on this floor, you're going to get septic again. We can't get you up. And another time during a dressing change, I was being lippy, and he hit me on the back of the head, and it made my head hit the side of the tile in the shower.
Whitney endured Josh's episodic outbursts in isolation until a particularly bad incident in April 2023. Afterwards, she reached out to her sister and broke her silence. Josh took my phone away from me last night, but not before I hit record. Then, referring to Josh's daughter from a previous relationship, she said, he initially got mad at me because I asked him for a wet paper towel to clean bone slobber off my blanket from dog. And with that, Whitney shared 2 audio recordings that the police report, in a moment of understatement, describes as disturbing.
You always find a way to f*** it up, and this is why I don't want to be with you forever. All you do is you're just a goddamn, you're just nothing but a burden. I have to take care of you. You're horrible, and you have cancer, and if you're not dying, you're and you're complaining, pissing me off. It's always something to do. When are things ever just going to be good? The truth is never, right? Huh? Right? You freak out over a little dog eating their bone next to you.
I didn't freak out.
Oh, I need this blanket washed. Oh, I need that washed. Oh, I need this done.
I just asked for a wet paper towel.
Do it yourself. Start doing your own stuff. Let's see how well that goes. Do you want to do your own wound care tonight?
I can't see it.
I'm just sick of you, and I just don't know how we're going to be able to keep you pushing forward. I just do not enjoy my time with you.
The opening moments of the recording are enough to expose the tension in the home, but it's only a hint of the horrors to come. The altercation came a year after Whitney began experiencing mysterious pains in the spring of 2022.
He told me that I was having pain because I'm obese and I don't work out, and I just need to work out more and lose weight.
Josh's view of the situation turned out to be incomplete at best.
And he wouldn't let me go to the doctor, and I eventually, because I was in so much pain, I texted my doctor, his work clothes, and I said, I really need to get in with you. I've been having this severe pain, and now I'm having neurologic symptoms. And she got me in the next day, so got me an MRI.
Okay.
To do it behind his back.
Whitney was finally diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma in August 2022, missing a crucial early window for treatment. Soon, chemotherapy had to be temporarily suspended because Whitney suffered a sepsis infection and developed necrotizing cellulitis on her backside, requiring months of recovery. Josh became Whitney's caregiver, and by the time of her secret recording in April 2023, he was ready to use that against her.
So at what point can you stop being a mother burden and being a liability and being a charity case? When are you ever going to stop being that? When? You were like this before cancer even, so don't act like it was only cancer. At least with you, you can't just play that cancer card because you were lazy before this and had to do most things because work was too hard for you. You were the only American in this country that goes to work. And even though there's moms out there that have multiple kids and pets, and they come home and have to still be a mother, and they're doctors too. You need to snap out of being the way that you were bred to be, which is lazy and ill. And every time I show you the path and get on you for doing something stupid, you act like a and you walk away. And then you get all mad and you cry about it. Is that going to fix anything? Crying doesn't work on me anymore. I'm completely numb to it. Results work. I'm tired of you not having the results I'm looking for. I'm tired of every day that belly keeps growing even though your weight's dropping. You need to start doing something. It's either you live your life like a pathetic disabled person or you start getting it done. You pick.
It's clear from Whitney's private writings that Josh's cruel taunts were not coming out of the blue. In a phone app, she keeps an extensive list of things he's done and said to her over the years. You won't be a good mother. If you were a man, I'd kick your ass. And shut the f and eat your chili are but a few examples.
Like, why are you trying to ruin my one Saturday night with... Why are you so good at ruining things? You're like a professional sabotaging mother.
Ruin it. I just asked for a wet paper towel.
Cause drama.
I was not trying to cause drama.
You shut your mother mouth and don't even open that mouth. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Do not even say a thing. You are not entitled to say a word. When she's over here to spend time and to have a good time, not to hear, oh, I need my blanket cleaned off. I need this. I need that. Shut the up. We'll do it later. It's not doing anything sitting there, is it? And you're the mother who opened the window and got cold. Did I tell you to open the window? What did I tell you before? Don't do something unless you're told to do it. You have a severe listening problem.
This judgment, it seems, was a common one from Josh.
He thinks he's such a good guy. And then he does this for my benefit. Because I don't listen to him. I have a listening problem and I'm retarded. And the only way he can get me to listen is to do this.
Made my life hell.
I didn't do anything to you, other than try to love you.
No.
Yeah.
I've been unhappy since the first day and I should have just walked away.
Yeah, you should have.
But
You thought I was just a lazy fat slut who was broke and a
who
burden.
said she was a slut by
I
the
never
dumpster
said I was
outside
a
of your
slut.
apartment? You said,
No.
well, I am one.
I said by your definition.
No, you did not. You literally said that you were one.
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. The numbers prove that, right? So it doesn't much matter.
I don't know why you stuck
Sleeping
with
with
me.
people you didn't even know.
If you think I'm such a horrible person.
Well, I was trying to f***ing fix you
You can't fix people.
because you and I both learned that the
Just
hard
like I
way.
couldn't make you nicer, you couldn't make me what you thought was a better person.
Just because I'm not nice doesn't mean I'm not a good person.
I never said you weren't a good person. You do amazing things. That doesn't mean that you get to be mean to me.
Deathbed this time around, but if it comes back for you again, you can say to yourself, oh, I wish I had you around to save me again.
To this, Whitney responds by saying that his care includes making her want to end it all.
That's what a fight for your life is. If you would have gotten sent to the military, you would have been able to handle this a little bit better because you would have been a little bit stronger in your mind and not play the poor me game.
For now, Josh remains in control of his temper, but that will soon change.
You can go ahead and recount in your little mind of every little thing that I've done to save your goddamn life multiple times through this process. And what do I get in return? The same at the end of the rainbow. One day you're going to wake up and realize, oh, why did he always think I was so ungrateful? And then it's comments like you just made tonight that I didn't do that much for you. And that
I
you
never
made it
said
through.
that. You're twisting
So
my
I'm going to
words.
cut your mother off tomorrow, and I'm going to see you struggle and watch your wound turn sideways and take you out of this world. How does that sound?
Cool.
Oh, okay. So what you just said isn't cruel?
I
You're just
never-
a user.
You
I hope
twisted
you know
my
I'll send you an
words.
invoice for all of this care, and it's going to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
You
and
twisted
then I
my
will send
words.
you
I
off on
didn't
your
say
way.
I wasn't
all
grateful
of the
for everything
deals
you've
that I
done.
lost for your as I sit in prime season and let people at my company
You
when
didn't
I'm
have
gone.
to come with me.
Now I didn't have to come with you. See, this is exactly what I didn't like of you.
He started hitting me with clothes, and I'm like, please stop, please stop, please stop. And he dragged me out of the bed when I was like wounded, my clothing and everything. It could get ripped out. And he has me on the floor, and he's like repeatedly hitting me with the laundry in his hand. And he's like, I should rip this bandage off you, and you go septic it, and then you septic again, and then you wouldn't survive it.
Even by the time the worst part of the recording is over, it's not any easier to listen to.
Get your back in the bed. You've never saw evil. Get in there. You need to learn what you say before you say it. Try to tell me I didn't have to be there at Mayo to help you. If this cancer comes back, I'm letting you go. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes, it's true. I have not loved you for a while now, but I've cared about you, and I've felt pity for you. But I don't know what to do because we got married and we're supposed to love each other, and you're very hard to love. And I feel like you're trying to derail my life and yours at the same time. And how is that fair to me when I've literally kept you alive? Huh?
Sorry.
And then you say you didn't have to be there. If I ever hear that come out of your mouth again, I will make you swallow every pill of morphine that you have in that bottle and you will be out of this world within 1 hour. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I am not playing around anymore. You will be brought out of this world if you piss me off like that one more time. And I will put you out of your misery.
The recording puts Josh's conversation with the officer today in a new light.
Yeah, I'm just kind of weirded out when your husband is trying to take extra good care of your wife and then you're like being penalized for it. It's just kind of disheartening.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
I
get
don't
that.
really know what, I mean, I dedicated so much time and effort to her, and now they're just trying to put her into a freaking home.
You better get your 1-bedroom apartment figured out, because that's where you're headed.
Whitney says that at the end of that day's incident, something happened that was even more terrifying than the violence.
And he ended up taking the phone from me, and it was still recording. And I was so scared he was going to see it was recording, and like that was going to be like, that was it.
This is how people go down, hanging out with losers like you, because then you drive people to be violent and mean, and then you try to get them in trouble, right? Yes or no? You're not around on this. You're not around on this.
Give me my phone!
No.
Give me my phone!
Lay down.
Give me my phone!
I said no.
You give me my phone.
I said no.
Yes.
Why?
Because.
For what reason?
I need it for my alarms.
No.
Yes.
You're not getting it.
Give me my phone.
I bought it.
No.
Lay down.
Give it back.
You got 5 seconds to lay down.
Luckily, he doesn't know how to get my phone. He has a really bad memory.
Okay.
And so I just recorded, and eventually, like, he came in and he's like, I'm going to get this back to you. And so I was able to, like, shut it off and, like, get it to Sissy right away.
Whitney sends the recording off to her sister along with a desperate warning. You cannot tell anyone yet, especially mom and dad, she writes. This is extremely dangerous for me, and if he finds out I recorded him or told anyone about his abuse, he will hurt me again. As Whitney would find out over the next year, however, there was nothing to stop that from happening anyway.
On Saturday, he said I should just cut your jugular and end it.
That was
This past Saturday.
this Saturday? Okay.
With that introduction, Whitney describes what happened only 6 days ago when she had an accident in the living room.
So I was trying to get up from the couch, and he was on a work call. And he couldn't, like, get to me quick enough. And I was trying to get there, and I had diarrhea kind of running down me. And he's like, you're on my floor like a zoo animal. And, like, he kind of let me fall off my walker, and he dragged me through the poop into the bathroom. And got me on the toilet. And when he got me on the toilet, he started repeatedly hitting me on this left side of my face until my nose was bleeding.
Was he hitting you with the closed fist or open
Open
fist?
fist, like
Okay.
this.
You can see the fingerprints on her face, on her scalp there. Through the fingers.
And then he said,
And that was the left side of your face?
right there.
Okay.
And he's like, why are you bleeding? And I said, because you hit the side of my nose. Did it break it? And I said, no, but it's bleeding. And he goes, so yeah, if I had used a fist, you'd definitely be dead. That's like 2% of what I could do. And then he said, if I hit the right side of your head, you would for sure be dead because your tumor is over there.
Whitney says that the altercation on Saturday only intensified from there.
You're about to hear the worst thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
So he went out to clean out my poop with the Clorox wipes. He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth. He said, I can make you swallow this like the dirty zoo animal you are.
I'm military, I'm cordial. I don't fly off the handle like an idiot or anything, and I'm a college educated, I'm not a weirdo.
And he shoved it so hard that it tore my tongue from like the base here. So I have a big wound. We have a picture of that too.
Okay.
If they get poop in there, I can go septic. Much better now.
You do better.
He keeps trying to call me.
I told him I was coming in to talk with you, so I don't know why. Oh, well, I do know why.
Yeah. He's trying to be his sweet self.
It is this sweet side of Josh that Whitney would frequently spotlight, just as she did only a few days earlier when she texted her friend about the bathroom ordeal. He's been by my side ever since, she writes. It kills him being away from me.
Does it seem like he has periods of time where he's, like, physically or emotionally abusive and then he's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, he tries to reel me back in. And he tells me that he doesn't know why he does these things. He gets so scared of losing me that he just kind of loses it.
But at the same time, it wasn't uncommon for Whitney to send text messages that were meant as much for Josh's eyes as for the recipient. She once sent a message to her sister that read, "So I only told Josh that I told you he was calling me obese and was sick of me not listening. He can't know you know anything else. The next text I'm going to send is just in case he wants proof I told you I was in the wrong."
He never does this in front of people because he has to save his pride. He's extremely cordial, a doting husband. Like, I got her, I can take care of her.
As for the incident from this past Saturday, Whitney would not find out until later hospital scans that the damage was worse than she even knew, and she suffered a fractured vertebrae during that night's chaos. Whitney says that Josh helped her clean up that night, but the undiagnosed bacterial infection she was suffering from continued to worsen in the coming days.
I was deteriorating again.
Okay.
And I told him I need to go to the hospital. And he said, Ultra sucks. They're just going to make you sicker. I can take care of you here. He said, you just need to eat and drink your electrolytes here. We'll get through this. And I said, I feel like I'm dying.
Even at that point, diarrhea, explosive diarrhea for 10 days.
Yeah.
And then what made you call the ambulance Wednesday?
Because I knew if I wouldn't survive the next day. Because my medical stuff was getting worse.
And you called the ambulance yourself?
I did.
Was he aware of that phone call?
Eventually he was. So I was sleeping out on the couch and he was in our guest room. And I was laying out there and I waited till he went to bed and everything. And I called 911. And he eventually came out of his bedroom after I was able to make it to the front door with my walker. Mm-hmm. And I was able to get out to them. And I said, I need help, I need out, I need out.
In subsequent text messages, Josh adopts a much different persona. I can't believe I didn't hear you and wake up, he wrote. This cancer should be in me and not you. I'll never let you down again.
He thinks that staff's upset with him because of an incident that happened yesterday with you falling in the room.
Yes.
And believes that okay. He did say that he was on the other side of the room and that maybe he should have been on the same side of the bed.
He forced me to, I have, this leg doesn't work from my tumors and this one was really swelling up and he forced me to do PT and stand and I said, I need to sit down, my leg's not working.
Okay.
I said, you stand for 20 more minutes, like, you need to be stronger. Like, what are you, an 80-year-old cripple?
Okay.
I said, I need to sit down. And he came over to, like, grab me to get me back on the bed. And my leg gave out, and we had the walker, and I couldn't hold on because of it. Mm-hmm. And it slid up from underneath me, and he let me fall, and I landed on my butt. And then I was able to, like, catch myself to not hit my head.
Okay.
And there's an IV pole, and I have a big scratch on my back from where I scraped it.
I didn't tell her to stand up and fall down on purpose. We didn't know that she was going to fall or she wouldn't have stood up either. She normally can walk just fine, and she's been using her walker just fine. And to prove it, she had PT that day for an hour with the physical therapist a couple hours before I got there. And so she did PT just fine.
Okay.
I was really exhausted after PT and everything, and then he made me do more. And so he had me walking on the side of the bed with my walker, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he goes, okay, now you need to stand there for 30 minutes. Just show me you can stand. I said, I don't think I can. Like, my legs feel really weird. He said, you do it.
Whitney never explicitly says which moment, the fall last night or the bathroom incident from Saturday, was her final straw, but her mom has a grim thought about Josh's death threats.
He's threatened on multiple occasions. Like, on Saturday, he said I should just stab you in the jugular and end it.
And there's a huge life insurance policy, which has the beneficiary involved, $1.3 million.
That he is the beneficiary of? Okay.
She got through work. I mean, he kind of coerced you to get that in.
Yeah, and then he mentioned to me about, like, you know how bad it would be if you changed the beneficiary from your husband or whatever. If I found out if it went to your parents.
There's definitely a lot of motives.
Okay. You can change that, right? Like, you can change it at any time. Yes. I would do that.
Whitney and her parents say that they've already spoken with a lawyer about this and other financial considerations, but for today at least, Whitney has had enough.
Are you okay? I don't feel well.
I think we could nurse and nurse wasn't the nurse.
I'm really worn out.
After telling her emotional story in exhausting detail, Whitney has settled back into bed, and the officer calls Josh from the parking lot with an update.
Sorry, I've been running around. We're so busy. I was trying to get you a call, but every time I picked up the phone, I was dispatched elsewhere. So.
Am I not allowed to take care of her tonight? Her oatmeal?
Yeah, no. Her parents are with her. Again, like I said, I'll come over and kind of explain a few more things to you. So
I apologize for ruining. I mean, this is more stuff in your day you shouldn't have to deal with.
No worries.
If I did something wrong here, okay.
Josh agrees to have the officer visit his home to further discuss the situation, which he still believes is limited to a dispute with hospital staff.
So I don't know what's really going on today.
Yeah, so the staff there just doesn't want you back there. I think it has something to do probably with what happened yesterday.
It wasn't good, you guys. Like, should I have done something different? I don't know. So on Saturday, she had fallen again really bad and then went to the bathroom on herself. And we didn't know she had C. diff yet.
Okay.
And so I found her on the floor and she was out of it. And you know, usually you shouldn't really go to the hospital unless you absolutely have to, but she ended up having a big accident on the couch when I was sleeping. I've been sleeping in this room. Mm-hmm. She had to call the ambulance.
So medical was called on Saturday?
No. Saturday she fell. Medical was called 2 nights ago, sorry.
Okay.
I might have messed that up. I haven't had much sleep.
That's okay. I just wanted to...
But yes. And so when we brought her in, Dr. Hanan came in that night at 8 o'clock. So 2 nights ago at 8. He's like, why do you have all these bruises? You have bruises on your knees. You have them on your arms. You have it on your face, on your head, on your back, everywhere. He was trying to blame me that I was neglecting her.
As they move into the living room, Josh insists that he has been Whitney's rock through trying times.
A little over a year and a half ago, she was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. So they found a spinal tumor. And ever since then, it's just been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And I've been by her side the whole time, which will never change.
But Josh is about to learn that the police aren't just at his house to reinforce the trespassing order.
So, yeah, obviously I talked with staff there. I talked with Whitney. And based on some of the conversation that Whitney and I had, and based on some of her injuries and things like that, I'm going to place you under arrest for...
Oh, really?
Yep, for terrorizing and aggravated assault, okay? So I'm going to ask that you put your hands behind your back.
Okay. I didn't know that, you guys.
All right.
I thought it just wasn't allowed at all true. Wow, this really looks bad on me when all I do is take care of her. Makes me look like I actually did something wrong.
Unbeknownst to Josh, the officer has in her possession letters from Whitney's doctors, one of which says starkly, there's no doubt in my mind that if she were to return to his care, she likely would not survive another abuse.
I didn't terrorize anyone. I wasn't mean to anyone there.
So this is for Whitney herself. This is not for All True staff.
That seems like a weird charge.
So, that means that something was said or something that was done that made her in fear for her safety or her life.
Wow.
There was supposedly some comments during her incontinence episode on Saturday that were really concerning. What was concerning to me was a lot of her bruising. I do understand that she is very sick. She has low platelets, and therefore it does cause some bruising. But she does have a handprint.
Yes, that's from picking her up off the floor.
So you picked her up?
No, that was to get her to come to. We already told the doctors that. If you even poke her, it'll cause a bruise.
Okay.
And when she hit her eye, that was on her walker. She already told people she fell down.
But this story, whatever its legitimacy, has already been preempted by Whitney.
I said that the walker slipped and I hit my face on the walker.
So that's the
covered it. So
for the eye. And that's what you told them initially when you came in?
You told them.
Like staff and stuff, but when I was in the ambulance, he was abusing me.
So she told me that she said those things to other people, and that wasn't the truth.
You messed up.
Okay. So that's what I'm getting.
Why would she try to say this about her only caretaker and the person she's been with for 6 years? And I've been through this cancer fight with her.
Yeah. So based on talking with her, it seems like there may be some domestic violence issues going back to 2020.
No, definitely
that she's
not.
kind of just
Okay.
disclosed, right?
Yeah, well, the problem is that I keep her alive and keep her going and find all the medical errors and everything else, and now she's saying stuff like this when I did nothing. Unreal.
Josh is calm on the ride to jail, unaware that this case is already beyond her word against his.
The problem is domestic, like real domestic, is such an awful thing, and then being categorized in that is pretty ridiculous. And then when we get divorced, you're going to be like every other woman and try to take half of my money.
No, I won't.
And then I'm going to cut your throat, is what's going to happen, because no one steals my... I've always put her in front of myself. Is there going to come a time where you're pleasant to be around, or is it just going to stay like this forever? Am I just going to be your caretaker until you die, and then we're just going to live a life of, oh, well, that was a waste of my life? Huh? She has been safe. She has been well cared for. The weird thing, maybe you guys had asked around and found that out today, but I usually get praise, as does she, for how good of care I take of her. You need to stop being a nuisance. You go to the store and get your own food from now on.
With her husband under arrest and a protection order in place, Whitney Temple seemed to be on a path to freedom. Unfortunately, she didn't have long to enjoy it. She died a month later on May 6, 2024. At a later court hearing, her father recalled the day his daughter accepted her fate.
And then I heard my baby girl announce the next evening, "This is my last supper. I am ready for hospice." And then so crushingly, Whitney unbelievably apologized to us for having to give up the fight for her life.
Josh, who was originally charged with endangering an eligible adult, terrorizing, 1 felony count of domestic violence and 1 misdemeanor count of domestic violence, enters into a plea agreement that sees the domestic violence charges dismissed in exchange for guilty pleas to the first 2. At his sentencing hearing, a year after Josh was arrested, his lawyer said that he should be given leniency, arguing that he had been, quote, proactive in his own rehabilitation and heavily involved in his church while out on bond.
It's for these reasons that I asked the court to consider a period of home confinement and supervised probation.
In a sentencing memorandum Josh filed prior to the hearing, his lawyer argued that his client's actions came out of burnout from being a caregiver. He wrote, Whitney's battle came to an unfortunate end a month after Josh was charged. This fact in itself makes Josh's conduct extremely unlikely to recur. Josh himself also spoke at the hearing.
My wife was my world, and she was the strongest person I have ever known. I'm truly focused on making the wrongs that I made right and asking for true forgiveness for mistakes that I've made. I'm truly sorry. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
But while Josh and his lawyer argued that he was, quote, for the most part, a devoted husband who tirelessly cared for his terminally ill wife, the prosecutor argued that this was exactly what one would expect to see in this type of relationship.
Your Honor, I think everybody in the system, the court, attorneys, law enforcement, we're all very familiar with domestic violence, and it is a cycle. It's not something that happens 24/7. Had it been something going on every single day, every minute of that day, I truly believe that Whitney Temple would have left much sooner than she tried to. But that's not how domestic violence works. It's a roller coaster of ups and downs. There is love bombing. There is promises, assurances that the individual will change. They'll be better. They'll do better. But they don't.
The previous year, an autopsy found that Whitney's death was a result of Ewing sarcoma complications. However, the doctor also noted one contributing factor, a history of documented intimate partner violence. The judge not only took this into consideration, but also the fact that Whitney was not the first.
You have engaged in violence in the past. So in 2012, you engaged in a domestic violence situation with a person with whom you'd had a child in front of your child. These are concerning facts. You have a problem. You have a serious problem. You need to acknowledge it and you need to address it. She died from cancer, but there is no doubt that the physical and mental abuse that you perpetrated against her made her last days on earth even more unnecessarily painful.
The judge sentenced Joshua Temple to 5 years in prison for endangering an eligible adult and 5 years in prison for terrorizing an adult victim, with both sentences to be served concurrently, followed by 2 years of supervised probation. Whitney Temple, who after her original diagnosis managed to complete her residency, pass a medical board exam, and continue to work as a physician throughout her illness, was 33 years old. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
He's got a muzzle loader.
Hey, let me see your hands! In the backyard.
When a man opens fire on his mother, her friend, and his teenage daughter, police arrive to a rescue situation that quickly spirals into a tense shootout. But no one could have imagined what drove him to pull the trigger in the first place, or the disturbing secret they were about to expose.
Supposedly he's in love with daughter. They're realizing that he's mentally ill and got some situation going on.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the afternoon of January 17, 2024, dispatchers in Tampa, Florida receive a desperate call to 911.
Our son is shooting us at the house.
Your son did what?
He started going to shooting at us.
Where in the house was he?
I was in the kitchen with my friend. She had just walked in the kitchen. And he put the gun to her head. He shot at her first and then started shooting me. And then I ran out because he shot at me like 5 times. And then I don't know if he shot my granddaughter. She was in the shower. Sir, he's got a muzzle loader.
Responding officers arrive to find the caller running from the neighbor's house, holding her bleeding head.
Hey, hold on, man.
A second female, the shooter's 17-year-old daughter, flees from the backyard completely nude. Both women are urged to take cover behind the police vehicles.
Do you know how many rounds is in the gun?
No, I don't. It's a cylinder. It's a 56.
Okay.
Have fire come to attend to these 2 females.
My friend's on the floor.
She has a gunshot.
Can we have you guys go this way, please?
She's bleeding from her side.
Do we have somebody with a shield on the way?
Guys, go to my car, okay?
Everyone, I have one.
Temple, we have like I said, there's 2 females removed. There's supposed to be still another in the house.
Another officer arrives, quickly escorting the 2 women away from the scene. In seconds, the situation takes a chaotic turn.
Hey, let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Where's that? He's got a black jacket. He just ran back in the house. In the backyard.
Careful with crossfire.
More officers arrive, taking positions at the front and rear of the house.
Which house is it? Which house? Get out of the way.
There, I'm sorry. He came out of the side window on the south side of the house.
Hey, get out of there. Where was this door right here? He came outside and shot 2 rounds.
He's in the back of the house. There's no eyes on the back of the house.
Back up a little bit.
He's in the back. He's in the back.
You good, Gibby? Yeah, I'll be good. I got you. It's this gray house with the panels, right? Get down. I don't see. We gotta get.
Can anyone verify was shots fired by a unit or the suspect?
Yes, 236. He shot 2 rounds at me and I shot back.
Suddenly, the suspect emerges, shouting at nearby officers.
Get a bunch of man.
Let's get someone north of here.
Just open the door. Come on with your hands up. He just opened the front door and screamed and closed it again. See your hands. Let me see your hands. Show your hands. Step out. Come out the door. Stand up and come out the door. Down on the ground now. Down on the ground. Hands. Bring him out. Give me a hand and drag him out. My computer files are all important. My computer files are really important. Is he the shooter? Do we know? Do we know if he's a shooter? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him. I'm not sure 100%. Wait, is this the guy? Were you on shooting? Yes. Yes? Yeah. Okay, who else is in the house?
I don't know. There was another person in there, a roommate.
Girl?
Yeah.
Come on. Hey, help me out. I'm disabled too. I'm sorry. Let's do this. Stand up. Anything on you? No. Be advised, there's a female in there. She's not the shooter. Stop.
The shooter is identified through his driver's license as 42-year-old Michael Monroe Banks.
You have any medical conditions, Mike?
I'm disabled. I have a bunch of medical conditions.
What are some of them? Just what?
My right leg's all messed up, and dementia, schizophrenia.
Okay.
Your feet. What else? They poisoned me with something at the dentist.
Okay.
With Michael secured, officers prepare to clear the home of additional threats, as well as search for the possible third victim.
All right, hold. Tampa Police! Are you in there? Can you hear us? The room to the right, looks like. Tampa Police! Are you in there? Can you hear us? Can you hear anything? No. Nothing? All right. The bed to the right.
I got one victim on the ground in the kitchen.
They cautiously move in, and while some officers continue clearing the home, others consider a way to get the victim to safety.
Hey, should we carry her out? Yeah. I'm not feeling those. You want to just carry her out? Never mind. Yeah, I didn't see it.
52-year-old Josephine Fuentes, the roommate and best friend of Michael's mother, has a fatal gunshot wound to the head. On a table, officers locate what's described as a large revolver.
So it's a revolving musket. He loaded every single one of them with blasting cap and black powder. It sounded like, so I heard his, it sounded like there's that long drawn out, but then I heard ours coming, whipping past me. I hear musket go off and I'm like, you hear zipping, that's when you gotta get scared. Yeah. Dude, they went right past my head, bro. What did? His muzzle. Oh, really? Shooting at you? No, he was shooting this way. And I was right there behind that car. Phew.
According to police records, no officers were injured in the shootout. Thankfully, Michael's mother and daughter were just as fortunate, with neither being severely injured.
They're going to the Tampa General Hospital. I'm gonna get in the car and hold her that way. Both of them are superficial. Okay. One shot grazed the head on the right side here. Okay. The mom, his daughter got shot right here. Also grazed his daughter. So he shot his own daughter and his own mom. Okay. And then the friend Montez that's inside. Okay. How old is daughter? Adult daughter or kid? I got her date of birth 2006. So she may be. Okay, yeah. So she's like 16. Yeah, she's a kid. 17. Yeah. Apparently, I didn't get a full statement because of how fast everything was going. Okay. Supposedly, he's in love with daughter. They're realizing that he's mentally ill and got some situation going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're trying to get him to leave or get her to leave, and that's what initiated this. I'll get further when I get there.
But this barely scratches the surface, and grotesque text messages Michael sent to his daughter will soon expose the horrifying extent of his plans. Meanwhile, his criminal past comes to light.
This guy lost a lot of weight compared to his last. His RMS, he was a lot heavier. Photo. Really? Yeah.
History of mental illness, right?
No. Well, while driving over here, I'm pulling him up. He basically just had a career criminal history. I couldn't see what all the charges were.
According to a criminal affidavit, Michael is a career offender, having previously been convicted of both simple battery and aggravated battery of a pregnant female.
This is why when kids get a certain age, get him out of the house.
How old is he?
He's born in 81, so 42.
Oh, he's not that. He's old.
Yeah, 42 years old.
What's older than me?
No business living with mom.
According to the affidavit, the discussion of his living situation is what ultimately triggered Michael in the first place. It came after his mother discovered his horrifying secret, his plans to pursue his own daughter romantically. In a series of text messages to the 17-year-old girl, he writes, "I've been trying to find a girl who will stay with me without me investing money in her. You have a special place in my heart that no one else can ever fill. I'm coming out in the open with my feelings for you because I don't want you to leave again. I'm willing to bow down to you and do anything to keep you here. If you want me, I'll get married to you. I hope to feel your love soon." After learning of Michael's plans for his daughter, his mother and her roommate Josephine began to discuss forcing Michael to move out. Michael admitted he overheard them, describing feeling betrayed and upset. He then went to his room and carefully loaded his revolver before returning to the kitchen, where he shot and killed 52-year-old Josephine Fuentes before turning the gun on his mother and 17-year-old daughter. In January of 2024, 42-year-old Michael Monroe Banks was charged with first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm enhancement, 2 counts of premeditated attempted murder in the first degree with a firearm enhancement, attempted premeditated first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Michael entered a plea of not guilty. The state's motion for pretrial detention was granted, meaning he will remain behind bars until his jury trial, which is set to begin in August of 2026. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
Well, we had a resident we found in her room.
That nurse came in, caught you doing a dirty deed with her, yelled at you.
When I come around the corner, he was wheeling real fast down the hall. Had his fingers open like this. She said this tried CPR.
With her away, that was already dead.
A nursing home is shaken during its early hours when one of its residents in hospice care loses her life under suspicious circumstances. Authorities turn their attention to the man found in bed with her.
You ain't in charge right now, big boy.
You mean neither, big boy.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. On the morning of February 2nd, 2022, officers with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department arrive at the Homestead Healthcare Center, following a report they received about a deceased female.
She's the one that the actually the guy down there.
Okay. From what?
Walk you to his room.
So what happened?
Hang on, because I need to make sure if nobody else needs to go in that room.
Okay, but can somebody tell me what happened?
I don't know what happened. She's
Well, we had a resident that is under the influence of alcohol, who had a fifth of whiskey, who we found in her room,
I think he made a front
with
door.
her
Yeah,
brief
front door.
pulled off, with his clothes off, with the pillow over her face, humping her.
The victim is identified as being Patricia Noonan, an 80-year-old resident in hospice care. According to the QMA who discovered her, her speech was limited, and she was unable to move on her own.
She said this tried CPR.
The injuries on her face that you already
No, that's how eating that.
So the medics have already been here and left?
No.
Medics haven't been here at all?
The nursing staff tried CPR.
Officers observe a pink cup located on a dresser, along with a sticky substance on the floor. 2 gowns are found, one draped over Patricia's body, and another on the floor to the right of her bed. A nearby chair is occupied by a bloodied pillow.
Probably 10-0. Nursing staff here confirmed it, but I want you guys to confirm it.
Time of death was 5:45. Ida was screaming, like, what's going on? When I come around the corner, he was wheeling real fast down the hall. Had his fingers open like this.
After speaking with nursing staff, officers on the scene determined that the circumstances of Patricia's death are suspicious, and homicide detectives are requested. Until they arrive, getting eyes on the man suspected of this heinous crime is a priority.
Dwayne, we got some visitors, honey.
Yeah. Stand up for me. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
60-year-old Dwayne Anthony Freeman, a resident of 3 months at the Homestead Healthcare Center, is placed in handcuffs. His pants are halfway off, and his shirt is stained brown.
Have a seat.
All right. Keep him covered.
Why are you shaking your head? Okay. Well, we're trying to figure that out.
A whole bunch of work to do. I tell you, we done that way. That motherfucker already dead. Had chocolate out on.
All right, well, I would say don't say anything to me, okay?
What's on Dwayne's shirt isn't chocolate, but something far more sickening.
I'm gonna see if that's you. I'm gonna walk in here real quick and see if that's our suspect shoe. Yeah, see, missing a shoe.
He's got a black one?
It sure is. It's his.
The nurse that found him said that cup up there is his. It was on the floor. She picked it up. The pink one. It was on the floor. That's why it's sticky, because it's his alcohol. It was on the floor. She picked it up. This is the one that witnessed everything.
Specialists with the Marion County Crime Lab arrive at Patricia's room, where they document and collect swabs of potential DNA along with the sheets, pillow, gown, and the pink cup found on the dresser.
Where did the detective at?
He's on his way.
Where he at?
He'll be here when he gets here.
Okay.
Okay, you ain't in charge right now, big boy.
You ain't neither, big boy. You became my wrong mother.
Well, we'll find out.
Okay, thank you.
Dwayne's wish for police attention is granted as investigators photograph him and provide him with a fresh change of clothes, while his soiled ones are collected for the crime lab.
Mr. Freeman, we're gonna take the other bottle of gin you had in here. We're gonna take that other bottle of gin you had in here. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna check this.
According to a CNA, when she retrieved the bottle from Dwayne's trash and placed it in a bag, he became agitated, throwing a light against the wall. This prompted her to call the police because, as she put it, she wasn't going to fight a killer. As the crime lab turns their focus to Dwayne's room, he's relocated to a neighboring one while they conduct their investigation.
It's right in here.
The detective arrives to interview Dwayne. His account begins with a cry for help that he hears from a part of the healthcare center that he's not generally in.
So, before you heard her hollering for help, where was you at?
I was coming down the hallway. I was just outside, smoking a cigarette. Yeah. Remember? Yeah. He did with it about that. I'm like, I can't breathe. I said, okay. But no, I got to be all right. I get despair. And things I've never seen before in my life.
So, I'm sorry, say that again. What did you say?
Some big old titties I've never seen before in my life.
Now, because you said she had big breasts, did you see her breast?
We're going to hear some these mother.
Huh?
We're going to hear some these mother.
She said that? Okay, so what did you do next?
I saw some big old titties.
I'm sorry, say that
I
again.
did say some big old titties. Because he said, it's like these titties. I'm like, is you all right? Yeah, I'm all right, but I can't breathe. I said, well, you'll be just well.
Is that because you was on top of her? She couldn't breathe?
No, I'm dead. You did like that. That's when the nurse came in. I looked back in the hallway. I said, yeah. I looked at her, and then I looked back over there. I said, yeah. I said, you right now? I'm like shaking her. I said, yeah, here they come. What the hell you doing in here for? I said, nothing, just letting me out.
So she can't breathe, and you offer to help. I mean, what was you going to do to help her?
Well, I was going to go outside and get her some help.
Go outside and get her some help?
Like a nurse or something like that, but ain't nobody there. Nobody ain't nowhere.
So did you go back out and look to see if any nurses were around?
Yep.
And then what you did?
I looked at her, I said, as soon as I went out there, I looked at that person. I went over there, I touched the person's hand, and like
What'd she say when you touched her?
She didn't say nothing.
She didn't say anything?
There wasn't nothing there.
Dwayne's story includes a number of disturbing details, and they are only getting worse.
So you sucked on her titties?
Yeah, they good. I said, well, you don't need some help. You go get over for it. I said, no, you don't need some help.
So you did that before you went to get help? Okay, so how did you do that if she's wearing her gown?
I think she had...
I don't know, you tell me. I mean...
I was like I said, I was kind of half drunk.
Listen, it's not illegal to be naked, okay? It's not illegal to have sex. None of that is illegal, you see what I'm saying? But I need to know if you did more than just suck on her breast. Now, because now I know you're going to have DNA on her breast, correct? So is there any other places that your body and her body touch? Because if there is, I need to know about that.
Well, if you really want to know something, pull the pen down right here. Go ahead, put it what?
That'll happen at the hospital.
Okay.
But what are you getting at?
But she has some dark around it though.
Where's dark around what?
Like he was bloody, kind of like.
Where?
Down by Jennifer down there.
A fuller picture of Dwayne's horrifying actions is painted. Patricia was found with her depend pulled to the side and ripped, with feces on her inner thigh. Both police and facility staff believe it's what Dwayne had on his clothes after he left Patricia in her undignified state.
So you have that on you now, is that what you're saying? Okay. So did you try to have sex with her?
No, he just, yeah, we did. I don't even know. I don't know.
She wanted to know why you wasn't getting any.
Dwayne has claimed extensive pillow talk from Patricia, a resident known for her limited speech. Now that Dwayne has spun his tale, the detective is about to unspin it.
I didn't choke her. I didn't smother her. I didn't do none of that to her. I didn't, okay, now, you can't breathe and go get your smell. After that, look at I came back.
No, stop saying that, because I already know that's not true.
Okay, well,
and again, the way I want you to be truthful with
I'm being truthful with you.
You are up to a point where you start telling me some story about how you went out to look for a nurse.
I did want to look for a nurse, because the lady said she can't breathe.
Listen, that nurse came in.
No. I mean, look at this like
Dwayne.
See, my man,
Dwayne.
went wrong with this one.
Dwayne. That nurse came in, caught you doing their dirty deed with her, yelled at you. You already said you jumped up, grabbed your and you left. So
I did do that.
Start being truthful.
That's true.
None of that crap about you going out in the hallway and coming back and finding her dead is true. Was she already deceased by the time the nurse came in and seen you on top of her? Huh?
She dead.
You said pretty much.
Yeah,
so
dead.
Now you're being truthful, and I appreciate that.
Okay, but well, he was trying to kill her.
As the detective seems to finally get through to Dwayne, he attempts to direct the focus to the element that will define the very nature of the incident, the pillow allegedly held over Patricia's face.
Where am I going to find your DNA at on those pillowcases? You don't know? You do know. I'm pretty sure you do.
I didn't bust no blood on no pillow. I was rubbing her hair. Maybe I did touch her. But boy, we trying to kill her or suffocate her.
I didn't say you was trying to do that. Why would you say suffocate? Because I never said that. I never.
But he said she did. She said she couldn't breathe.
You said she couldn't breathe.
That's what she said. I can't breathe.
Is that before or after you put the pillow on her?
No, I didn't put no pillow on her.
You didn't put no pillow on her?
No. Well,
Instead of taking responsibility for Patricia's death, Dwayne returns to his original story about seeking help.
You all right? I keep telling you, yeah, I can't breathe.
She never said that. No, she didn't.
No, she did. I can't breathe.
She may have said that.
I said, okay, let me go get some help. And when I done, I looked at
Again, here we go with this crap. You're lying about that. Nope. You are lying about it. You've already told me. You admitted you were lying about that.
Despite having been a resident for only 3 months, this isn't the first time Dwayne has been accused of wrongdoing. A shocking claim about his conduct is made by staff members to officers.
Well, the lady in the maroon shirt said that they weren't even going to call the police.
What?
In the maroon shirt, short hair, she said they weren't even going to call the police. And that this is his 3rd time violating a resident.
Awesome. Okay.
And that's why the delay, because she said that she walked in at 5 a.m. it was happening.
5 a.m.
They've been told about him several times. They wouldn't even call about him. They were all kind of break this under the rug. I think everybody's just outraged with this place. Like nobody can get it down anymore.
According to the CNA, Dwayne would talk provocatively to the staff and residents. Earlier that night, he was heard saying, "I'm going to get me a woman tonight. I'm going to get somebody tonight."
I said, I got to go. I said, Spinny.
And then you left there and came down here, took all your clothes off and climbed back in bed like no big deal.
I had to go to sleep.
You had to go to sleep. And you just grab your and come back down here and climb into bed because you're tired. You didn't hang around and say, hey, she's passed.
I told her that I think something wrong with her. Yeah. Well, what the hell are you doing to her?
You didn't say any of that crap. You know what? If you're not going to be honest with me, I'm not going to sit here and waste my time.
Okay, well, you ready? Let's go see the DNA. Let's go to Espionage.
We're going. I got a call for a ride for you to come pick you up, take you down there.
Okay. Can the gentleman take you outside so I can smoke?
Nope.
Dwayne was arrested and transported to Eskenazi Hospital for a sexual assault suspect exam to have his fingers, hands, and genitals swabbed for possible DNA. Patricia's autopsy confirmed that her cause of death was asphyxiation by smothering. Dwayne Anthony Freeman was charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of rape. On June 8, 2023, Dwayne pleaded guilty to 1 murder and 1 rape count. Additional counts were dismissed as part of the plea agreement. On June 22, 2023, he was sentenced to 45 years on a murder count and 30 years on the rape count to be served concurrently. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube also include early access to select new videos.
Something happened to Nancy?
We can't find her. She's missing right now. And she had hit her head on the hardwoods, and we've all talked to her, and she just wasn't right.
I just worry because of that head injury. She just was not Nancy.
Oh my God.
On April 3, 2025, a 74-year-old grandmother leaves her Michigan home to hit the casino, then vanishes without a trace. But just as the search reaches a standstill, an unbelievable discovery changes everything.
That close. Unbelievable. It's crazy. That's just wild.
The following is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now. On Friday, April 4, 2025, Norton Shores officers meet with a man named Robert, who has concerns about his elderly neighbor.
Well, the other day, I come by here and Nancy's garage door's open.
Are you the neighbor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we came and went, and last night, the garage door was still open. Today, the garage door is still open, and she don't do that. And whenever she goes to check the mail, and she locks her doors. Okay. And that door was open. You said it was...
Yeah. She had a fall yesterday.
How old is she?
2 days ago. Yeah, Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Yeah, how old is she?
64. Or, excuse me, 74.
74. Okay.
The 74-year-old grandmother, Nancy Bloomquist, lives alone. Though they share that the house is slightly less tidy than Nancy likes to keep it, nothing inside leads them to believe there was a break-in or foul play.
Yesterday, she called me and she kept saying, "Mom, when can you get here so we can go to Little River?" And I said, "We're not going to the casino. You need to go to the doctor or call your doctor's office. You need to stay home."
So you said she had a fall recently. She hit her head. When was this?
Morning.
Wednesday?
And she wasn't right.
What does not right mean? Can you help me clarify that a little bit?
Talking almost like she had a stroke. I even told her, look at your pupils in the mirror.
I
You
did
said
too.
you did.
According to her friend Julie and her cousin Kelly, not only has she missed work every day since hitting her head, she also failed to show up for a luncheon that she organized for today. Robert speaks with the casino on speakerphone, hoping that she may be there.
She's always at the casino, so she has one to go to the casino.
And she wins.
Yep, Bloomquist.
I don't know how somebody could get so lucky.
Unfortunately, the casino tells Robert they'll have to call him back, leaving them with no answers. Suddenly, another neighbor approaches the group.
Hello.
Something happened to Nancy?
We can't find her.
She's missing right now.
She left it.
Yesterday afternoon.
No, this morning.
This morning?
Yes. Went to the mailbox. That was like 10:30, and left. And then I noticed her garage door was open.
Yeah, there's mail in the mailbox.
Okay, that is weird.
The neighbor's story offers hope that the situation isn't as bad as they feared, but Nancy's friend remains deeply concerned.
I just worry because of that head injury. She just was not Nancy.
The officer contacts dispatch and relays what he's learned, and faces a difficult choice given the circumstances.
Do you believe her life is in danger?
I mean, possibly due to her suffering a head injury. Maybe she's not in the right headspace, but I can't for sure say that she's a danger to herself as of right now.
Right.
Before making a decision, the officer tries calling Nancy's phone.
Hello? Hello, is Nancy there?
And like that. That's her phone number?
No, okay, we're good.
But even after trying the correct phone number, calls to Nancy go directly to voicemail.
Maybe she's on a hot streak at the casino. Maybe she decided to go heater. You guys don't want to come with me? Just wanted to go AWOL.
Yeah.
They're not going to like the answer you guys want.
Unfortunately, we're not at the grounds of she's in immediate danger, so we can't ping her phone.
Even with the head injury?
Right. We need to prove that if this phone call doesn't happen, she's most likely going to die, which we are not at that point because we have to violate her rights and immediately contact her agency. We're not there. We already called. We can't do that. What we can do is put out a BOL for the entire county. So every officer in the county will have notification telling them to look for her car and look for her and check on her if you see her. Stop her, check on her, make sure everything's okay. And then if her car's parked anywhere, abandoned anywhere, found anywhere, they'll know because it's going to have a BOL attached to it.
The officer obtains a description of Nancy.